said don't do crystal meth in the bathroom all night long.
That's my opinion!
He will never emotionally fulfill you.
Because I don't want to be a part of it.
Go to sleep! Go to sleep!
Close your legs to married men, trash box.
I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Welcome to Morally Corrupt. You guys, Morally Corrupt, that's who we are now. No more Ringer Reality feed. Make sure you like, share, subscribe on YouTube. I almost said on the podcast, but that too. On the podcast, it's Morally Corrupt there too. This is who we are. We're here to stay. I am so excited for this episode because you know now on our news days, I am joined by a guest host, but this isn't just a guest host. This is a friend, an unlikely friendship, I may say, because one is not supposed to be friends with their producer, the producer that was on their show. We talk about the producers all the time when we talk about Bravo. I don't really talk about it from Bachelor World, but I have friends from the show. Very few. One hand.
It's a short list.
Couple of fingers.
One hand.
Couple of fingers. But one of them is here to join me today, and that is Megan Kropf, also known as Lady K.
Hello.
So excited. A Bravo expert. Bravo Universe. Yeah, you are.
Oh my God, thank you.
You are. Really just
Wow.
reality TV in general?
No, truly. It's a real, I love that. I call a reality TV junkie. You're like an expert.
Yeah,
I'm like,
an
no,
aficionado.
No, I'm like, I could talk about reality TV all day long. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited that you were like, hey, come hang out with me. I literally said, I will go to the moon and back to go gossip with you about Bravo. Say less. Say less.
We needed to bring it to a microphone.
Oh, no, because our opinions are too lengthy. We have too many.
And they're hidden, and they're too hidden. They're on text, they're on phone calls. Don't
ever release those texts.
We were together. I don't know which night. It had to have been night one because why would we wait for the second and third night? But when the reunion happened for Scandival season.
Oh, no, we watched that episode together.
We watched it together.
That's not the kind of thing you witness alone.
Draped it. I was wearing a Bravo sweatshirt.
I was wearing my Send It to Daryl.
There were wings. There was alcohol.
It is actually Send It to Daryl. Let me just say this. First of all, shout out to Daryl.
I met him.
Yes.
I was like,
but we should be friends with Daryl. Okay, but I've never in my life purchased a piece of merch.
Yeah.
Like for a reality show or I have never added to cart faster.
And you were one of the lucky ones. It sold out super quickly. It was such a genius move. I mean, she allegedly got a house off of it.
Good.
But she made so much money off of it. It was lighting. Anything surrounding that was lightning in a bottle. I mean, their podcast went through the roof.
Yeah.
Merch went through the roof.
Something
New
about
show
her.
opportunities went through. Brands.
Restaurants were born.
So much was born. From the fruit of the poisonous tree.
Oh, and look at Tom Sandoval. Now, look how far he's come now. America's Got Talent.
What reality show has he not been on since at all?
I appreciate the hustle. I appreciate the rotation. If you would have asked me that question a couple years ago, I would have had a very different response. But if everyone else can make money off of it, he should be able to make money off of his own bad mistakes.
Yeah. No,
I've moved on. I've got other people I'm mad at on Bravo.
It's fair. Now, I know you well, but we want the audience to get to know you as well, too. I mean, it's not the first time they've heard your voice because you've been on BravoCon, like boots on the ground. Yeah. But this time you're co-hosting. We're here. I got to ask
I've organized my thoughts and I'm so excited.
This is Megan.
Laid out on a computer. I'm like, I can have my laptop out, right? Because I took notes.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I
wouldn't expect anything less from you. And this is what give the people what they want. Okay, so some rapid fire questions before we get into the news of the week.
All right.
Because you are a super fan like we all are. This is tough, I know. But your Mount Rushmore of of Housewives.
I thought long and hard about this.
Okay.
I feel like it's an unfair assignment because
it is.
Well, or at least
it's
one that should be it's possible. I narrowed it down. But I think it's important to remember that a Mount Rushmore is not, the presidents that you liked the most. It's most impactful, right? Foundation blocks.
Okay.
So my Mount Rushmore of housewives specifically is foundational housewives. Like you walked so she could run housewives. Okay.
Right.
Let me just say this too. Anyone who does answer this question and their list does not begin with Lanithia Alix, then I don't give a shit what you have to say, and I'm not interested.
You've lost all credibility.
Yeah, if Nene is not number one on your Mount Rushmore, you mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
And your opinion then means nothing because it's not an arguable point.
Yeah.
Like, Nene is the most gift, the most memed, the most referenced, a white refrigerator? This girl went so hard, she dragged appliances. Tell me another housewife who's done it. I'll wait.
White refrigerator.
Yeah.
Close your legs to married men.
The list goes
Buy
on.
wig.
Buy wig. And it's just the moment. It's
tight.
It's this. It's
tight.
like I just long live Nene. To be honest, I don't even know if you need a whole mountain. You could just chisel out a Nene Leakes statue and I would be good.
Wouldn't that be great of all her expressions? That's what you need. She could be her own mountain.
She'd have her own
Rushmore.
mountain range.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's my point.
Mountain
So like if
range.
you're Liz, like Sierra Nevada, the Leaks. So anyways, Nene Leakes, number one, forever and for always. Bethany Frankel. I don't like it either, but here we are. You can't argue it. I mean, she reinvigorated New York by coming back. She invented Skinny Girl. She built a blueprint for how to capitalize off of your opportunity.
Oh, fine.
You're right. I'm talking about a specific moment in time.
You're
Bethany
right.
Frankel.
You're right. I can't argue
we saw
with
it all.
You've
she
made the
mentioned it
argument.
all. All right, this next one, controversial. I don't like it either, but Teresa Giudice.
No, she has to be.
But because Teresa walked, so Jen Shah could run. Do you know what I'm saying? So like Teresa halted an entire franchise until she was back from prison. They didn't wait for Karen Huger. That premiered on Monday or Sunday. They didn't wait for Jen Shah. They kept it pushing.
Yeah.
They halted when Teresa went to prison.
You are right. She is the reason I feel like we talk about inanimate objects to this day. The table flip, like whether you watched Housewives or not,
you know what that is.
About it. You could quote it.
Yes.
Prostitution
whore engaged 19 times.
Yes. It was a moment that I feel like people have tried to emulate in their own way. So your point of...
Yeah, well, people went in saying, I need to have my table flipping moment,
100%.
right? Hence, Julia at the Miami reunion.
Yeah.
She's trying to flip her table. Just have a seat. We'll get to that later. Last one on Mount Rushmore. I thought it had to be Vicky, but I'm talking like family van Vicky. I'm talking about showing up to her son's fraternity for a keg stand Vicky, right?
Yeah.
But then I thought to myself, Tamra is equally as iconic. Now I'm talking about a certain moment in time. I'm talking about Tamra Barney. Okay. And then moving into Tamra Judge. Tamra has given us everything. She has been vulnerable. She has put her whole life out there. Now, I am not happy with her right now in this current season.
Sure.
But that's because I think they need to put her on injured reserve. I don't think she needs to be booted off the team. I think she needs to be on the bench for a second. I think she needs that. But we'll talk about it in a second. So I am asking the court to accept that my last spot on Mount Rushmore is a Siamese twin combo of Vicky and Tamra.
No, you can't do that. You have to pick.
You have to pick one?
You have to pick one.
Oh, I'm going to have to say Tamra.
Wow, Bethany. Wow.
You know what? That's my opinion. Okay? If you don't like it, fine.
Okay. That is a fantastic Mount Rushmore.
I have honorable mentions.
I can't, and I want to hear those. I can't argue with anybody that you put except for Tamra because you made valid arguments. Even when I didn't want to put Bethany in there, I'm like, you know what, you're right.
Damn it, I have to.
But if there is a through line and there is a theme, it is about these people are cemented in housewife history for particular reasons. Then you have to go with Vicky. Yeah. Because Vicky was in the original. She is an OG. It's why she has an award. She was the first person to get whatever the name of that award is, the legendary award that Andy now gives out at BravoCon.
Photo de Casa award, whatever
it was. We've seen her go through husbands.
Plural.
Fake terminal
Cancer
illnesses.
Scares.
The children, they like her, they don't. There's so many things that Vicky has brought us. We watched her become
a grandma. We watched her lose her mom. She has been very,
multiple physical appearance changes. Like she was doing all that before everything. I mean, Andalays, like she put Andalays on the map. She put there's so much with Vicky.
This is true.
Tamra is great, whether you like her or not, but Vicky is foundational. She really is.
That's fair.
She really is.
Now, honorable mention, I will say, Candace Dillard.
Over Karen Huger?
Well, yeah, and I choose Candace because of her narration. I actually don't even need Candace on the season. I would just pay to watch Candace's interviews sprinkled in throughout the season. Yeah, girl, just tell me what you think. Candace and her Twitter feed, honorable mention. Also, this is a very hot take, so brace yourself. Monica from Salt Lake City. I want you to name another housewife who has rattled the cage in one season more than Monica did. She brought them to their knees screaming about receipts, proof, timeline screenshots, and it only took her like 18 episodes.
So Monica's an industry plant. That's what I
Fine.
would do. But see,
It
it doesn't,
works.
it's, you know how off mic we were talking about cheating the system and not playing by
You
the
think she's
rules?
cheating the system?
She cheated the system. Like, if you're gonna come in and be a blogger, a super fan, all of those things, like I mean, it's par for the course. Like, of course it ended the way that it did. Of course she was able to disrupt things the way that she did. It's gotta be somebody who, like Candace, great. She and her Twitter feed.
This is what I will say to
Fantastic.
you. Tamra Judge hosts an entire podcast and is a member of the press and a
true.
housewife, which again, I have this in my notes to talk about later. So yes, fine. Maybe Monica is a blogger who made it on camera. So to Kiki Monique, should we be giving her a orange for wherever she?
Nah,
I have an
there's not
issue
enough of
with
Monica.
bloggers and press and media infiltrating the show. That's its own bullet point. But Monica, the buildup, the release,
Nah.
the uncover. My
Then
last
you got to give it to Heather because she's the one who was able to figure it out. But go ahead.
I do. I mean, Heather almost made it on here. I have to say Lisa Vanderpump, not because she was a good housewife, but because she gave me Vanderpump Rules. And then I would have to say Dorinda, because Dorinda is a soundbite machine. You can
Yeah.
clip. You can get an easy pass on that.
Yeah.
She made it nice. Like Dorinda forever and always. Bluestone Manor, the red balloons, and
Not well,
Dorinda till I
bitch.
die. Not well.
And we won't be till she comes back on our screen. We will
Thank
never be
you.
made whole. Who did you just say? Not Heather. Before Dorinda, who was the other?
Vanderpump, because she gave us VPR.
And you know what else Lisa did? Lisa was probably the sneakiest housewife that wasn't sneaky, and we saw it. The most manipulative housewife but we actually saw her manipulating. The housewife who talked to the press, and we knew you were the one talking to the press.
Hands down.
Gave us all of that before you saw anybody else sneak talking to the press, to the like any of that. Lisa was the original snake.
She slithered right off the network.
She
Look
was
at that.
the original
Look at that.
snake on that show.
She manipulated herself right off of Bravo.
Into a whole franchise.
Yeah.
Right? Like Candy wasn't getting all those spinoff shows till Lisa was getting those
Katie
shows.
Burris? Yes, she was. Remember they had like a whole
No, until Lisa started getting those shows is what I'm saying. So Lisa was the one who was originating that.
Yes.
Restaurants, shows, overseas.
Yep.
Like was able to jumpstart so many other people's careers
Yep.
from the show. So Lisa, there could be an argument that LVP should be on the Mount Rushmore.
I want your house husband's Mount Rushmore.
Oh my gosh.
You pick 4 of the most powerful house husbands.
Okay. Mauricio.
Yeah, he was also my number 1.
Has to be on the show. Joe Gorga.
He was also my number 2.
Has to be on the show. I mean, has to be on it.
Okay, now these next 2, I'm very curious to see if we landed on the same people.
Husbands, not partners, like actual husbands.
Whatever you want to call them. They're +1. You know what I'm saying? Like their person. I would prefer a husband title, but
I'm going through.
I think mine will rock your world.
Because I'm going through different franchises in my head.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think like, okay, who's the one? I'm landing on New York. There's
not even on my list.
There's got to be somebody from New York.
Girl, unless you're about to say Ramona Singer's ex-husband.
Who are your 2?
Don Gunvalson.
Okay, I was going to say him.
100%. He is a man who lives on. He supersedes housewives. We still talk about Don.
But then the other person has to be Slade.
No, I disagree because my other one is the one and only Greg.
Rest in peace. I thought about Greg.
What a
good
guy. I think because I'm in my rewatch era right now, so I started rewatching Atlanta, and obviously just renewed my love for Greg because Nene does the charity. It's like season 2, and they do the run like a mile in her shoes or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's got all her girls and her gays, and then what does Greg do? Slaps on a pair of her wedges and says, "I'm coming too, girl."
I forgot
and runs the whole thing. And that's when I said, put Greg in there and chisel the other ones around him. Bless that man. You know what I'm saying? Bless
Greg
him.
is good. God, I wanted to pull somebody from New York. I thought about Simon because he was
Simon was polarizing, and actually that's a pretty good.
He was the first polarizing,
yes.
The quirkiest that we had. He didn't fit. He wasn't like, I can't even think Ramona's husband's name. He wasn't like this.
He was the first husband trying to get
charming,
on the show.
Yeah, like he wasn't Slade, but he wasn't a husband. But he wasn't charming like the other men were. He just was so extra. He tried to be a scene stealer, and There will never be another Simon.
There could never be another.
So
I would
Simon.
also be remiss if I didn't say my Bravo Mount Rushmores of gays because
this
they
is
have.
fantastic.
Oh, but, I mean, obviously, original Fab Five, forever and always, and of course Andy Cohen. But I'm sure he has his own like presidential
No.
library. Okay.
Dwight.
Oh my God, Dwight's not on here. On God, and I'm
How
rewatching
dreadful.
it.
How dreadful.
How dreadful. A
fact that you
fashion
can't-
show with
That
no
was
fashion.
my number one.
Wow.
How dreadful.
Okay, well, I hope you don't flip a table. I put Jeff Lewis as the first one. And again, a moment in time. I'm talking flipping out Jeff Lewis.
I thought we were sticking to housewife shows.
No, this is
Okay,
the
okay.
category is gays, baby.
Okay, fine. Jeff Lewis for sure.
Well, and okay, if we're being honest, my number one, Tabitha Coffee. Build the whole mountain around Tabitha. Tabitha's takeover, Tabitha's salon
They've
takeover.
got to bring that
Tabitha
show
is
back.
everything to me. Okay,
They've
do you hear
got
me?
to bring that
Tabitha is
show
everything
back.
to me. Tim Gunn from Project Runway.
Nice,
because
nice,
duh.
nice.
And okay, it's actually embarrassing that I put Brad Goretzky on here over Dwight. But
Brad's great. We love Brad, but
we
it's
do.
Dwight.
But now knowing this, I'm so sorry. Brad would now become an honorable mention, and that would absolutely go to Dwight.
Other honorable mention: Justin Sylvester. Doesn't get enough screen time like he should.
Justin is another one who I think should have his own statue, and here's why. Justin, to me, is the ultimate housewife. He raised those children with Kyle and Mauricia. Those are his babies.
And yet,
for that man to not be in the opening credits, diamond in hand, what a crime. What a missed
the fact
opportunity.
that, like, we never hear any secrets.
No.
He
No, 'cause he's a
worked
real one.
for an entertainment news show that talked about these very people,
Yep.
and there was never a slip of the tongue.
Not a one.
There was never a tease. Not only was he able to maintain the secrecy, he was able to bring these people onto the show and have interviews with them and maintain friendships with them.
And just one more plug for the gangsterness of Justin Sylvester is that was just one thing on a list of things he was doing. It's not like his identity was nanny of Kyle and Mauricio. No, babe, that was like in my spare time.
Right.
But while you're doing that, I'm also developing shows
Thank
on
you.
TV.
Thank you.
Now hosting podcasts. Thank you so much. Anyways, I also did for shits and giggles a friend of, but I only made it to 3, and it only included Kathy Hilton,
Okay.
Adriana from Miami. Because if
Of
they're going to
course.
make her part time, then she's going friend of.
100%.
Last spot goes to Jiggy. That dog did more for that show than a lot of people who were on it. Okay.
Jiggy or Ken, they both were giving the same thing,
Okay,
except for Ken's one moment.
Do you remember that one time we saw Ken? Remember we were driving on
Santa Monica?
in West, and I was like, oh my God, Ken. He was like stuck in his car door, like he was like squishing.
Ken gave us one moment. Goodbye, Kyle. Goodbye.
No.
That might have put him on the map.
You put some respect on this man's name. Let me tell you something.
Goodness.
Ken Todd did what Allie couldn't do, which was he walked into the middle of the room and he lit Scandival on fire. He dropped the grenade. Did you hear
Yeah, he
Rachel
did
was
say
over
that.
or Raquel was over in a hot tub in
Did say
Tom's
that.
house last night? He dropped
say
the
that.
grenade
He did
and
say
said,
that.
let it burn. I'm
He
sick of
came
these
alive.
idiots.
It's like they wind him up, let him come out there for 30
He
seconds.
shouts goodbye, Kyle, and then
then-
Tom Sandoval cheated, and then he just goes back to the dogs and the cows and the horses and the barn and all of the things.
You
and
can't
honestly,
tell me that man isn't propped up
so
in
I
a
think we
closet
would
with
do
Jiggy.
maybe Ken Todd holding Jiggy would be that last
Okay,
spot.
but we love it. We love it. We love it. Okay, we spent a lot of time on that one.
I'm so sorry.
I will.
I'll
No.
behave.
Do you want to do you have a big Bravo Hill that you'll die on?
I mean, it's a simple one, and I'll fight anyone over it, which is that Vanderpump Rules is the best show that has ever been on Bravo.
Oh, would you have said that before Scandival?
Nope. No, I'm talking about a collection of art.
Yeah, it all came
Okay,
together.
I'm talking about season 1 through
Yeah.
11, and it will not include whatever the new season is that they're about to give us.
But we will watch.
Every motherfucking second.
But we will watch.
And we, by the way, will get the first 3 acts of it at BravoCon.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna premiere acts like 1 through 3. So we'll
in
get
a
to
what?
see
In a viewing room?
kind of like they're kind of doing like watch party-esque stuff, it sounds like.
How
But
do you know this?
because I read the full list of what we're doing when we're at BravoCon.
Okay.
I like to be prepared if you couldn't tell.
That's good for them because they'll be
Yes.
walking around BravoCon expecting for people to interview them and
recognize or
take
something, no
pictures
one's
and
gonna
no
know,
one
yeah.
will know.
Yeah. So, but no, I'm talking specifically season 1 through 11. It's a collection of art. It has
Sure.
to start with Stassi freaking out at her birthday era, and it has to end with Ariana being like, "Nah, I'm good," and getting into an Uber era. Like that collection has to be bookended like that, and that's my hill.
And I will die on that hill with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's they're as good as the Valley is, you'll never capture what's that's why I had to
You
ask you.
couldn't
Did you
have the
think
Valley
that
without
before?
Vanderpump.
Yeah.
No,
Did you
no,
think that
because
before?
Scandival and what it did what all it's lightning, and my husband and I actually talk about this all the time. It's lightning in a bottle, and it can't
Yeah.
be recreated, and
Yeah.
it never can be recreated, because part of what made it so wonderful was the unawareness, their willingness to just be themselves. They were not celebrities. Like, listen, Vanderpump Rules was on and coming up back when you were Bachelorette.
Yeah.
800
Yeah. Yeah.
years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
It was on
and
before
they
that. Yeah.
were
Yeah.
not big deals.
Yeah.
But we would go to press events and we would go to stuff to promote. We would do things and they would like be there, but not a lot of people knew who they were.
Yeah.
That's part of what made Vanderpump so great.
Right. Well, we saw them grow up
Yes.
and grow and like outgrow the show.
We all outgrew them. Like,
Yeah.
it was a perfect storm. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like, long live the Sir Alley.
Yeah.
But I think seasons 1 through 11, it has to include Scandival. But yeah, that's my hill to die on. There'll never be another.
No, there will never be another. And like, I don't want to tell you to stop trying to create it because I do watch Southern Hospitality and it's gotten better, but it like you can't compare the two. It's just
No.
another show with a restaurant that's on the other side of the country.
Yeah.
You just can't. You can't.
I appreciate the effort, though. I appreciate the try.
Yeah, it's
Because when I'm
there's-
bored, I'm absolutely watching that shit.
I
so-
watch it like when it's over and I
Yeah.
can just binge watch the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Let's get into some Bravo news because a lot of random Bravo news things are happening all over. We'll start with some congratulations, some good news. I feel like we talked about this a couple of podcasts ago because it was kind of like, wait, are
Oh.
Alexis and Johnny
Yeah.
J still engaged? Are they going to get married? We feel like we haven't heard anything. And then it's like they heard us and we got an announcement. They got married. They were married on just this past weekend, October 3rd in Laguna Beach. It is being quoted as a whimsical, rustic wedding. That was the thing. Tamra Judge, of course, was there. Also, Joe De La Rosa was there from seasons 1 through 3, I believe, or 1 and 2. I guess one of Alexis's non-negotiables was that her family had to be as involved as possible in her big day. Blah 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 blah. We don't care.
I should hope so.
Yeah, non-negotiable.
I should hope.
She's
that-
talking to John.
Jo-
That's what she told John. John probably pushed back.
Well, and let's talk about the need for her to have to tell that to him. That's weird. Like, listen, I'm not going to, yes, absolutely. It should be a non-negotiable. Your family, your friends, your people who've been riding with you should be there. Duh, of course.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you invited them.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest news to come out of it, and I use big as a stretch here, is that Alexis disinvited Jen Pedantry. Why
It's
can I
so
say
big,
that?
we don't even know her
Pedantry.
last name.
Pedantry.
Is it
Pedranti.
I'm not the one to
Pedranti.
ask. Pedranti?
Jen Pedranti. She disinvited her to the wedding. And to that I say, were you ever really friends in the first place? Like, of course, Jen, the show is more important to Jen than you are. She doesn't know you like that.
Yeah.
She sent a save the date. I do love when these things kind of happen, right? It is beyond petty when people send you save the dates and then you hear nothing else and you're left to be like, that has never happened to me. I've just heard this. Then you're left to be like, so wait, do I get chicken or fish?
You're
Do I, do I need, where are the hotel
Oh,
accommodations?
no.
Is there like a room blocked? It's so funny. I've heard this happen to other people, but that's basically what she did to her. And,
Cool.
that's
That's the most
it.
she's
That's
getting out
the
of
end.
me.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We love to see it.
I'm not going to wish bad on anyone. I wish you well. We wish you well. And good luck. That is not going to get you an orange, though. You won't be coming back to Orange County. You had your moment.
Yeah.
You could have done more with it. We were rooting for you and you failed. There was a way. I mean, Scheana would have never let it happen, but I feel like I don't have the way mapped out yet, but there was a way that she could have played this better and could have been a friend of a little bit longer.
I think the unfortunate thing for her was she wanted to be back. I don't blame her, right? She wanted to be back in the zeitgeist. She wanted to be back a part of the experience.
Yeah.
She wants people to see what her life is like now. Like, that's all well and good. I think that's all fine. But do that and be yourself. Don't come in and just do what producers tell you. Don't go in and produce yourself. Don't go in and be like, I'm gonna take this storyline. This is my dog with a bone, and I'm gonna tell you going
Yeah.
in with the John Jansen as your storyline, as your moment, as your whatever.
Right.
we're already now not going to rock with you because it's not, whether you like Shannon Bedore or not, it's not being a girl's girl. Going in and doing this I got your
Agreed.
man narrative is so 1997.
Yeah.
And
We are
like, I
over it.
don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
No, no, no.
just don't. You can't make me, much like I don't care about Gretchen. I don't care when old housewives come back
I
that
do.
have no business coming back because they actually don't have anything meaningful to contribute. Gretchen is contributing 10, 15-year-old storylines,
Very true. This is
right?
why I wanted
So
her to be MAGA Barbie. I wanted that to come out. Like, that's the life you're living,
I
right?
think it is
Let's
out. I
tap
think
it. But
anyone
on the
who's
show, I wanted it on the show.
I want a lot of things on the
I
show.
wanted to
Yeah.
tap into it on the show. I just, Alexis and Johnny J have the dumbest conversations. Like, I know that they have, like, I wouldn't be shocked if they filmed all of this and tried to pitch their own Bravo spinoff because that's how delusional they are.
I kind of appreciate being that confident, like that self-confident, like that
I
you
don't wanna
think
be
you're
that.
worthy of a spinoff. It takes a certain kind of
It
person to be
does.
like, you know what? I got booted from this reality show and I tried to squeeze my way back in, and I'm so good that I got released from that reality show and now I deserve my own. It's a special kind of delusion, and I'm almost here for it.
The only it if it was anybody else, like, if there's a person that I want to squeeze their way back onto their show, it's Kathryn Dennis. Let's talk about Kathryn Dennis. Kathryn Dennis in the news. Not great news, but Kathryn Dennis was convicted, and I forgot about this. She had been charged for driving under the influence. She has now been convicted and sentenced. She was taken into custody Friday evening. Big things happen on Friday. And she will serve 30 days in jail following the arrest from last year. That DUI involves a 3-vehicle crash at an intersection in the area. That is so sad. That is troubling. That's not why I want her on. I don't want her on because I want that to be on the air. Obviously, that endangered people's lives, and
I'm pretty
I
sure
hope
it
that
was like
everybody's
at her
okay.
kid's school, by the way.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Even worse. The fact
Not
that she
not
got
to rub
30
salt
days.
in the wound.
The fact that she got
but
30 days. But Kathryn Dennis, like, there are other housewives who've been involved, and I'm not saying I'm like advocating for this, but have had trouble with the law when it involves alcohol that we still want to see on the show.
Right.
She is somebody I find very interesting.
Mhm.
I want to see what's going on with the kids. I want to
Mhm.
know about her relationship with Thomas. I thought she was sober. So it's like, what's going on with her? I'm probably being a bad person because what she doesn't need is a camera in her face right
Well,
now.
I was gonna say, this is like the producer in me that kicks in and is like, actually, I have a very soft spot for Kathryn because she came on to Southern Charm as a very young 20-something-year-old, was sucked up into the system of the good old boy gang that happens down there in the Southern Charm world, right? She carried that show with her personal drama, the birth of her children, all of those things. She carried that show on her back for seasons, plural.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when she started to turn and make bad, irresponsible decisions, everyone threw their hands up and was like, we don't want to touch her. But it's like, yeah, but this situation helped contribute to these kinds of choices. So I want Kathryn Dennis back when she is sober, real, self-realized, matured, accountable, and we can see like a new, fresh version of her because I want that for her children.
Oh, that's so well said.
As I would want for anybody that came on any of these shows. And I want her to take a break because I want her to get better.
And this is why we can be friends as a producer and a former contestant, because you have a soul, you have a heart. And I can't say that for every producer. And I think that it like, obviously I'm talking in jest, and I still do want Kathryn Dennis, but of course I do want all the things that Megan said. And she's so right to point those things out. But this is the kind of producer that we need behind shows. You can still be a good producer, and believe me, you know how to get the tea, the drama, to get all of that stuff out, but you can be both. You can be a good person behind the camera and
I mean, it's all in
give you the show you want.
It's all in producing style. It's all in moderation. And at the core, if what you're trying to do is tell an authentic storyline, I'm a firm believer that there's a way to get that story while also remaining authentic to who you are as a human above your job, because it's just TV. It's not that serious.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
Let me tell y'all how good Megan is at her job. The first day I walked into Bachelor Mansion, And I was so like, do not drink. Make sure you rise above it. Make sure you don't get sucked into these producers that are going to have their claws in you and
Oh,
make you say
God.
all the things that you want. Don't drink a lot. I had 1 glass of wine. Then I had coffee. I had already made my friends. I had my little clique, which is crazy enough, the same girls that I roll with today. Real recognize
Not
real.
shocked. Yeah.
But I was in the kitchen. I was like hiding in the kitchen because the cameras were in the living room
Yep.
area and all the girls were gathering around and yapping. And all of a sudden it was like also very overwhelming to me. It was just so loud. I was just like, it's so loud. There's so much going on. There's too many lights and cameras. So I was hiding out in the kitchen. Who do I befriend? Megan. She's in the kitchen. She's hanging out. She's moving around. She's doing things. She's so good at her job. I didn't know until the 3rd week. So maybe like episode 4, 5, that Megan was a producer. I thought she was the caterer.
Why? She looks at me, she goes, now why do they need the caterer on a group date?
I was like,
And I was like,
I thought she was the head caterer.
I'm like, we don't have catering. Or are you hungry? What do you need, honey?
What you doing
I'm
in
like,
the
the
kitchen?
caterer. I'm like, no. And I'm sure, no. I'm the
I
least
was
caterer of
so
them all.
confused because then I'm thinking, what have I been telling? I thought I was talking to the caterer. What have I been telling the caterer? This great at their job.
Everything.
But you made me feel comfortable, whatever. That was the beginning of our friendship, and it's only gotten better since then. But she is great. You can now see why she is so great at what she does.
Well, thank you. That's very kind.
Okay, Porsha. Nobody knows. If there was a Mount Rushmore of people who know how to stay in the news and know how to stay in the headlines, even when they're not an
Mhm.
official cast member on a show,
Mhm.
you got to put Porsha Williams on there. She is a magnet to a headline, like a moth to a flame. She does it so well. I find her interesting, even if like I didn't even watch her spinoff show that she had.
I didn't watch her
but I'm
spinoff
still
either.
interested
And
in
that's
her.
fine because I know there's a fandom of people that are watching it. Otherwise, they wouldn't spend the time doing it. But Portia's trajectory on our screens has been incredible because she came to us as
Man.
like this demure, spoken for housewife who just wanted she
To
was
please her husband. She was a trad wife,
to the umpteenth degree. Okay,
a religious trad wife.
a trendsetter, some may say.
Yeah.
And now she's dating men and women. This is why she's
And
in the
that's the
headlines. To
news.
which I say, date them all.
Yeah.
Date everyone until your little heart is desired.
Yes.
Do it.
There's a lesson to be learned from Porsha. It's such a good point because she came on trying to be somebody that she wasn't. She was
Yeah.
she had gotten the man, Cordell Stewart, obviously comes from great football fame. He's a legend in his own right. So she got the man. She had, she got the title. She had the lifestyle, but she wasn't happy. We watched her say no to going to be around strippers, having to be home at all these things.
Mhm.
And now Porsha is the life of the party. She Bolo nights.
Say less.
She
You had
brought
me
her
a Bola.
Bolo nights. I mean,
Yeah.
stealing somebody, allegedly taking her friend's husband. The list goes on and on and on. And now she's telling us something new. She's being her full self, to which we applaud.
Yeah.
She's out here dating whoever she wants. And I want to see it on the next season of Real Housewives. I want to
Yeah.
see it at BravoCon, should we be lucky enough to go.
I just think that she is a really great example of being able to leave Housewives and that you can come back and you can still be fresh and relevant and exciting
Yeah.
and
And yourself.
authentic, and dare I say you can come back like as a new and improved version. She is an example of a successful housewife comeback.
Yeah, I agree.
The
And I'm
same
so
might not
happy
be able to
she's
be
back.
said about Tamra, but Porsha is if that is
They have
Tamra, then
different styles.
Porsha I think is a great example. She did it right.
Yeah, you know what? If Porsha came back and got into bed with the same rumors that got Phaedra off the show and was
Mhm.
doing that kind of thing, then she'd be on a Tamra level. It's the
Right.
same thing.
Which is why I felt
We've
bad
seen
for
her evolve.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
we've seen her evolve. Okay, speaking of Tamra, the weirdest combination of people. I don't know if you ever would think that you would hear this sentence again, unless it was like, I don't know, like a fuck, marry, kill or something like that.
Yeah,
or
some type of like a weird panel at BravoCon.
Yeah, but like never did I think that we would be telling a story with these 3 people involved. And I'm not sure it even all connects, but Scheana versus Tamra and Adriana. Okay, so Tamra was on.
Wait, I have to tell you because then the next bullet is Scheana and Lala. So in my notes, I literally wrote Scheana versus the Bravo-verse.
Yeah.
She seems to be beefing with everyone. The
Well,
fact that you can tell me right now, and we'll do a story about her beefing with Adriana and Tamra
yeah,
and Lala.
yeah.
Like,
and there's the difference.
and is Scheana getting along with anyone?
But there's the difference.
Yeah.
Scheana also loves being in headlines, but anytime we see a story about her, it feels like we're learning it against our will. It feels like who asked for this? It's giving Nader
against our
sisters.
will.
It's giving Nader sisters. It feels like it's like you're trying so hard to make a storyline happen. Even when it really is true, people are like, oh, Scheana, enough. I feel sorry for her in that regard. And I'm only referring to the Brock of it all. But with Porsha, it seems effortless. Like, oh, guess what's happening now in Porsha's life? But with Scheana, it's like, I know she picked up the phone, I feel like, and made these things happen. So here we are talking about Scheana, whatever.
Which
so
is exactly what she wanted.
Which is exactly what she wants. But Tamra was on Watch What Happens Live last week with Adriana. I wish I would have seen that because that's a match.
Yeah.
And Annie asked who they are least excited to see at BravoCon, which is a fantastic question. And Tamra said Scheana. That is what we love about Tamra. She's going to answer the question.
Correct.
And she's not afraid.
Correct.
Not afraid of the backlash. So Tamra claims that Scheana fueled the fire between her and Gretchen. I am curious about that, but I'm sure she coached Gretchen on like, hey, this is what you need to do to try to have a storyline to get on another season. They all come from the same
They're all
like
cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, the Slates, the Gretchens, the Sheenas, the Alexis's, Jansen, I almost said Bellino, the Alexis Jansen.
Yep.
The Katies from OC. They all
I thought you were talking about Katie Maloney
pool.
for a second, and
Never.
I was like, you take her name out of your mouth.
No. Raquel's. All of them, they all wade in the same water.
Yeah.
But apparently Scheana was which I'm inclined to believe. Apparently Scheana was trying to get on Real Housewives of OC. And she's like, get me on another reality TV show ASAP. And she was intentionally trying to stir the pot in order to get hired on Real Housewives as part of a feud dynamic with Tamra. So, okay.
Well, then she has Alex Baskin on her podcast. Scheana does to like dispel the rumors because everyone's like, the Valley cast is taking cast trips and Sheena's not there, and it must be because she wants to be on the Real Housewives of Orange County. But again, it's all against my will.
Mm-hmm.
The Tamra answered this and the blah, blah. Guess what? That's also probably our answer for who we're least excited to see at BravoCon.
Yeah.
So to me, no crime.
She sat in that very chair.
I say it because my bigger issue here is that Scheana needs a timeout, like for herself. Again, this is the soul coming through again. She needs just a beat. She's been on reality TV for so long. She deserves to take a break and go be with her family, do her own thing, and learn who Scheana is outside of a TV show, outside of a podcast, outside of a fucking headline. Like, she needs to like go touch grass, have a minute, and be able to just be a human. And then you can come back and you can be authentic and you have things to talk about and there's story to tell. But when you're constantly trying to make everything a storyline, it's exhausting.
You were correct. And I read the book. And after reading the book, I've never been more sure of anything than Scheana came out of the womb wanting to be famous. And
that's okay.
But it's so, I say this about my dad. My dad has been working and they're boomers, right? There's something about boomers. They do not know how to let go. They hold on to, their jobs.
Yeah.
It's like means so much. It's ingrained. It's a different generation. He has been working since he's 5 years old. He loves to say that. Like there's so much pride and joy in that. He will be 74 soon. Wants to keep working. And I'm afraid if he stopped, that has been such a part of his identity that he wouldn't know who he is if he's not linked to work. I think that he would fade. Like, I think he's got to be tied to working in some capacity. That is Scheana with fame and stardom and being adjacent to celebrity and a TV camera and a microphone. She there's some horror thing that I'm thinking of that, okay, it's Weapons. Y'all seen Weapons? This is like, I keep making Weapons references because I've seen the movie
I
now.
haven't.
Okay, so it's, long story short, scary movie. Spoiler alert here if you haven't seen it already. Weapons is a movie where the children disappear.
Okay.
And they're all in this one teacher's classroom and they disappear. Here comes a spoiler alert because you're going to find out how they disappear. Basically, this aunt of one of the children in the classroom, because only one child doesn't disappear.
Okay.
This aunt is like a witch, and the way that she's able to keep living, and she's lived for hundreds of years based off context clues, is by sucking the life out of people.
I've seen this movie. It's called Hocus Pocus.
Is that what Hocus Pocus is about?
Yeah, they
I
suck
don't
the life out
remember.
of the children.
I don't remember. I really don't. I gotta see Hocus Pocus
This is
again.
a 90s child crime alert
I've
that's going off
absolutely
right now.
seen it. I've seen it, but like,
Yeah, they suck the energy to stay young.
Okay, so they're
So this
sucking,
is what she does.
So okay, Weapons is wow, not an original thought. So they're
It's a Hocus Pocus
they're
reboot.
sucking the life out of the children. There's a point where like they have to keep feeding them this soup to like, as they're sucking the life out of them, this like this chicken noodle soup that she keeps feeding them. Anyways, that's the image I have of Scheana. If she's not like sucking the life out of fame and celebrity and stardom, she cannot live. She cannot exist. She's got to be tied to it. And you telling her that she needs to take a beat and step away, Scheana would not be okay.
But I would say this, that's why I'm saying,
she couldn't live.
I'm saying to Scheana the same thing I would tell your father, who I very much respect. Retire, babe. You've earned it. And that's what I'm saying to Scheana. You've earned the break. Just take a beat. Don't feel the pressure to have to be out here giving people things. Take a break.
It is her identity. When you're like,
which maybe is why you should take a break.
But when you're like, find out who you are outside of it, the person that I think Scheana is, from reading the book, this is always what she's wanted.
Yeah.
Even when because she talks about in the book going to college, she wanted to be in broadcast journalism. That's what she studied. Like, she's always wanted to be tied to it. Her sitting at home, even her podcast, which, like, I don't listen to her podcast, but people really do like her podcast.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't even think would be enough for her. She needs a camera in her face. She needs a headline. Like, her sitting at home, it feels like, with Summer Moon and Brock, would not be enough for her. And I'm not saying she doesn't love them. I'm just saying she's got to have what feeds her, what gets her going.
And she should have all of those things. I encourage her to take a break and then she can get back at it again. But like, you've earned a victory lap. Take a beat, because when you don't, you start doing shit like this. The drama with Lala.
I believe it. Oh, the drama with Lala. And to end that, so yeah, okay, so thank God they didn't put her on OC. Like, those are things that haven't been done. We were okay with what's her name coming on, Taylor coming on OC made sense.
Yeah.
That is something, housewife to housewife, fine. But you haven't graduated to that. There are levels. And we obviously just said we love Vanderpump Rules and there will never be another. But her being on a housewife does not fit. It does not match. It does not make sense.
No.
I keep the same energy. I do not want Lindsay from Summer House on Housewives of New York. It's the same energy.
These are spinoff queens.
There are lines drawn in the sand. No, absolutely not. Find us somebody new. But to your point, Scheana and Lala. So it hasn't stopped there. Wait, we said Adriana. I have to end this part. So Adriana's allegedly in the drama too with Scheana, because she has said, when asked the question, she didn't want to see Scheana either, because Scheana caused problems between her and Captain Cutie, which people are assuming is Captain Jason. But I don't know. Based off of what Julia said, it could be Captain Sandy.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Is that in your notes?
on God. On brand, literally, I was
Is her name Sandy?
No, I was literally gonna be like, well, Captain Cutie could also be Captain Sandy. Like, let's not leave. There other yes, Captain Jason is hot. We do know this, and I am not disputing this fact.
Sure.
Okay, he's not the only one. He's not the only one.
So we don't know who she's referring to. We just know that Scheana, again, is in the middle of some mess. Sheena's trying to get a reality show tied to BravoCon, the adventures of Scheana at BravoCon. But it doesn't stop there. She's also got drama with Lala. Lala recently addressed her issues with Scheana publicly, which caused Scheana to come out and also address their issues from her side of it. Scheana says that Lala left out the details. Their feud kind of
But
started when
do
Scheana
you know
accused
why
Lala.
Do you know why Lala left out the details?
Why?
Because they're not ours to have.
But
Because
she
it's
did
not.
say she had issues with her, so she did put
Yeah,
it
but
out
I
there.
think I say that because it's like what these two are fighting, but it is not our business.
Agreed.
They're fighting about dumb friend things that you fight about, okay? Things that maybe we fought about with our friends in, I don't know, middle school. So like you guys can fight and it cannot be for the cameras. It can be not for a headline. It
Yeah.
can be not for a podcast post or a storyline on a reality show, which again only supports my claim that Scheana should retire and take a beat.
Do you
Because
believe this?
I think yes, because I think Scheana has lost the plot of what is real life and
That's a
what
good point.
is for show, which is why I think she needs to take a break because she thinks everything's a storyline. I don't need to hear your side. I don't need to hear Lala's side. There is no side, although I am interested to hear Ocean's side after watching the video with her. Like, subscribe, follow. That is an influencer I can get behind. Calling her little sister a bitch.
A bitch.
Like, I want to hear Ocean's perspective on all
How
this.
does she
Now
know
that's
how to
interesting
vlog?
to me.
How does she already know how to vlog?
Girl, these kids
she
this
wasn't.
day and age,
They come out of the womb.
they come out the womb taking selfies. Like, checking in with my
seriously.
mom's. Yeah.
They probably know based on the
Yeah.
sonogram. We're probably going to get them facing forward at some point, posing for the camera.
Truly.
You know, because the thing is that she wasn't just talking to the camera. She was doing her hair.
She was
in
doing
front
her
of
bit.
the camera. Like she knew exactly what she was doing.
And she was in a creative flow, I might add.
And we were
then Lala had
captivated.
the gall to come interrupt her. Like, Mom, I'm vlogging here. And then Lala walks out of frame and then she looks and she's like, my mom's mad. It's like, yeah, girl, yes, bring us back.
She goes, "Who are you talking
So
to?"
who are you talking about?
The people.
The people. And guess what? I'm the people. I'm here for her.
You know what? That is her and Summer Moon. They've been raised with cameras around.
I'll watch a reality show with Ocean and Summer Moon.
I would too.
I
would
wonder
too.
what their tagline. They would have to have taglines.
What would their tagline
I'm gonna have to
be?
think. It's not fair. That's not a fair question to think off the cuff. You have to put thought into it. I'll text you probably tonight.
Well, obviously Summers has to be a play off of like, you know, like I'm not the sun and the stars, but I like it's got to be something with
Really?
the
Because I
summer.
went for in my mind. I'm thinking something with good side. Like my mom might have a good side, but I'm her whole world. Like something like that.
Oh wow, I'm totally
something-
playing off the name. Like
But
I
you
was
see
gonna
why I'm saying we
say,
have to think.
I was gonna say spring summer joggers.
Spring summer.
I was gonna bring in the joggers.
I was a
Joggers.
fashion show with no fashion.
I was gonna
How
bring in joggers,
dreadful.
but it has to. I mean, summer moon, ocean. They're like they got to play off their names.
Yeah, no, they do.
That-
Something. Yeah. God, Ocean can have a good one.
Yeah, there's
I gotta think on it. I'll text it to you because it deserves thought.
like there's plenty of fish in the ocean.
There's
But
plenty
only
of-
one bitch in this.
Hey,
And this- you know,
there's
like-
only one shark in these parts. Like
It's
it's
something
gotta
like
be
that.
something that no, it's gotta be.
Okay, so blah 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 blah. Sheena and Lala can't stand each other.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sheena's back. Lala didn't post her book.
Oh,
Lala
no.
allegedly. Now I am interested. Lala,
Yeah.
which to which I say this. Lala allegedly. Sheena confided in Lala apparently that Brock had cheated on her before the book came out. We didn't know. So obviously, if Lala allegedly told other people, she told the right people because the secret wasn't out. But to Sheena being upset about Lala telling people, to that I say, duh. Like cue Ocean saying bitch. Because of course Lala told somebody. Are you fucking kidding me?
Cue Ocean saying, "My mom's mad."
Yeah, like, of course Lala told somebody. Are you kidding? She barely likes. We saw her dislike and then like Brock on camera. It was probably between that moment that she had told
Well-
somebody about what Brock did. Of course she told somebody else. But the
Listen.
secret didn't get out.
But it's fucked up. Okay, if
Which
your
part?
friend repeating it, if your friend,
Oh, no,
if
of
you
course, of
confide something
course.
in me,
Of course.
right, and you were like, "Bitch, don't."
but it's
tell
Lala.
anyone.
I'm saying, why did you trust Lala wasn't going to say anything?
It's a great question.
That's what I mean.
I would love to have the answer.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
She should absolutely be upset. But like, it seems like she just got upset with Lala, which is why I say I don't trust this feud. It
Yeah.
seems performative because Brock cheated in 2021 and it seems like you got mad at Lala in 2025. Why weren't you mad at Lala before? You and Lala were tag teaming against Ariana on the show.
I guess my real question is why is no one pissed off at Brock?
I am.
I have thoughts, big boy. Brock
am.
and I should have a coffee. We should talk.
I've been pissed off at Brock since the pointy shoes. I've been pissed off at Brock since he was tiptoeing.
Wait, I've been pissed off at Brock since we were at BravoCon. And we were trying to get an Uber. Oh my God. Okay. So we're at BravoCon and we're trying to get our car back to the hotel. And we're waiting outside with the masses because we are women of the people. Okay. We're out here waiting for our ride. And here comes this blacked out SUV moving hella slow down the road because the passenger needs to roll his window down and wave at everyone like he's in a fucking Thanksgiving Day parade.
Like he was on the Mount Rushmore of Bravo.
And it's none other than Brock.
None other than Brock. Because you imagine the disappointment. I don't know where our driver went, but you see an SUV and you know it's a Bravo celebrity. So it's like, who could it be?
God.
Who could it be? Who could it be? And so we're even us, like, because we're fans. We're like, who could it be? Mind you, we just saw these people backstage.
Yeah.
And we're like, who could it be? The window rolls down. And he doesn't just wave. He sticks that big body out the window and waves two hands like he is Mr. President. And you could just kind of hear people being like, oh.
This man's going like the Pope, saying like, hand me your baby so I can kiss them and bless them. Like halfway out the car, he wanted everyone to see him. So anyways,
if I had been there on behalf of NBC Uni, I would have led the crowd in boos.
I just think we should be talking about Brock. I think Brock has some explaining to do.
But I only want to see it like on an episode of The Valley or something like that. You know, like I don't want an interview because I'm not sitting for that. Unless you would have come here, of course.
Yeah, unless you'd like to sit right here and talk to us, then we would be
more
very
than happy.
interested. I get what you're saying. I need a Alex Baskin produced moment when Brock is spoken to.
Yeah,
it needs to be a piece of TV.
Remember
Andy Cohen sit down there.
I say tiptoeing by the window. Sorry, I have to do that because it's Insidious. Y'all ever see Insidious? I love his scary movie. If you can't tell, when he was remember the last episode of the season where he was like where he was in the corner dancing,
but alone,
tiptoeing,
but like trying to get like, are you trying to? I can't with this man. Anyways.
We're fans. Anyways, I guess we'll see it play out on the Valley. Maybe not.
Scheana hasn't filmed with them, so it obviously is not going to stop Lala and the others from talking about it. I'm sure it will come up on camera, but as of now, Scheana hasn't filmed
with them.
No.
Well, I'd like to quote Scheana then. I'd like to quote Scheana on what she said on this very podcast. I said, Scheana, I don't think you should be on the Valley, and I stand by that. And she was like, I know you've said that. And she goes, I go, are you going to be on the Valley? Convince me why you should. And she said, well, I'll put it this way. If I'm there, it's because I'm wanted.
Insert the audio effect of crickets. You could roll that. Like, yeah, but then she sits on her podcast with Alex Baskin and is like, I read a comment that somebody said it's a little bit like a graduating senior continuing to go back for like the high school party. And for some reason it like struck a nerve with her, and she's pointing that as to why she's not there. Yeah, of like,
you moved over the hill into the valley. We know what your new house looks like.
We know where you live because we live there too.
Yeah, we live there. Okay. Get.
I did think about DMing Brock and being like, hey, Queen, I need one of those like gate fence things built in my front yard as well. Because, you know, he's Mr. Handy. He's doing projects around the house.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And he, like, built out, like, a whole
that's cool.
thing with, like, a fence and everything. I was like, come on, Brock the Builder.
Too.
I mean, I'll
Brock
pay him.
the Builder. That's what he should be doing.
It's like his thing. He's
that's
like,
cool.
He's like, come with me, legends, while I build this. I'm like, go off.
There's a business there.
It's giving Home Improvement. You know what I'm saying? It's giving
maybe
Tim
that's
the
their
Toolman Taylor.
spinoff show. I would be interested in that. Brock the Builder's a really cute name. Did he come up with that or you?
I don't know if he came up with it or his comment section. He calls himself Brock the Builder. It's like his thing now.
It's
because
cute.
he realizes people like watching this like HGTV era for him.
See, we can compliment them. I actually love this idea for them.
This is why I was saying she needs a break, because then she can recalibrate, and then they can all as a family come back in an authentic way, and then we can root for Brock the Builder.
Yeah.
Even though I'll still make fun of him hanging out the car window waving like he was the Pope.
Never forget, ingrained in my mind. While he's working on building things, he needs to work on building that repairing that relationship. I still feel so bad for her with that. I really do. All right. Before we go, we like to do a little something based off the past week's episode.
Yep.
So we already referenced it. That bombshell that we got in those last few minutes of Real Housewives of Miami, of the reunion, part 1. Cannot believe they gave it to us in part 1. Last 3 minutes, but still, we'll take it. We'll take it. We thought that we would kind of go down memory lane and talk about some other reunion bombshells or just bombshells, period.
Well, the reunion, if you are going to drop one, the reunion is a great time to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a firm believer in accountability. I am a stan of reunion shows. I will watch an entire series of a show just so I can watch the reunion. And sometimes I will watch the reunion without watching the show because I love a reunion. Dropping bombs at reunion, I love. However, the list we're about to run through, I do think can be categorized into not cool.
Yeah.
And like, okay, that's an acceptable bomb. Bombs away.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But there's a couple on here where I'm like, yo, dog.
What's not cool? Which
Dirty.
one's not cool?
Well, first of all, I find what Julia did filthy dirty, and I need the rest of the story because I don't think it's cool to out people.
I don't either.
Like, I don't play like that. And if that is in fact what happened, because listen, they could have cut it and then we go to, next week on and like, this could be all for nothing. It could all just be anticlimactic and it's not slept together in the way we're all thinking because our minds are in the gutter. Or it totally could be. I need more information. But I say it's like, I don't think outing people is cool in any way, like sexually. Like, I would say the same thing about the Candy Burruss, Phaedra, that whole situation, the Todd, the drugging, the schemes by Todd, the that of it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's cool. I don't think one of the examples we have on here is Lisa Vanderpump at the season 3 reunion where she basically outs Adrienne Maloof and her husband at the time that their children were born via a surrogate. That kind of shit's not funny to me.
No, it's not.
Like, what? You have no boundary.
Yeah. It's
like, that bothers
disturbing.
Me. That bothers me. But I mean, a Caroline Manzo tearfully predicting that Teresa's gonna go away to prison for a couple of bombs away.
I
baby.
forgot about that.
Oh, I didn't, because Teresa was like, blamed her for, she said she called the FBI on me. It's like, or maybe maybe the writing was just on the wall.
I remember that part, but I forgot that it was tied to the statement.
Yeah. Because she's like, why would Caroline say that so confidently unless she's the one who called and said, girl, because anyone could see what was happening.
Yeah.
Your shit was a mess.
Yeah. Do you think this is a middle ground one? When Danielle came in season 2 and accused Teresa of not attending her nephew's
the baptism?
Yeah, the baptism.
Or the birth.
Or the birth. Leading to that famous line of do not bring up my family meltdown. I think that one's fine too. But didn't she push Andy after that? Is
Teresa?
That's where she pushed Andy and sat him down. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This is why it actually doesn't bother me. Because ultimately she was repeating a rumor. The entire Housewives franchise is built on rumors and repeating rumors.
Well, this one wasn't like an outing.
And this was she read something that somebody wrote on Facebook. Big freaking whoop. It was out there. That's different. Yeah. Weaponizing the most intimate of moments is an issue for me. But saying like, well, you didn't show up to your nephew's birth. Well, because she claim that Melissa's the one who told her that? Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, what was she doing? Repeating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That feels harmless.
The best one, in my opinion.
Are you gonna say Monique?
It's got to be Monique, because we've seen housewives come through with receipts or text messages or blurry printouts of pictures or whatever it may be, some poster boards, but it's never done in such an efficient and
beautiful.
Effortless way.
A piece of
art.
A
seamless way. It's always like they're reaching behind, jumbling. We got to take a break. We got to go to the bathroom and we have to call somebody on the phone.
She's like, oh, no problem.
No.
Here you go.
I have tabs, Post-its, highlights,
color-coded,
binders, folder, dividers.
My God.
What do you want? Let me know which page.
Let me flip to it.
There was a table of contents. Everything that you needed was a part of this binder. And she was able to without missing a beat, and gave us some of the best lines, definitely some of the best lines of Potomac, but arguably within the Housewives franchise.
And you know she's supposed to be making an appearance on this upcoming season of Potomac. She was in there like super tease. So I would appreciate if she would bring the binder with her.
Back.
Bring her and the binder back.
Bring her and the...
Bring the binder.
Bring the binder back. Pastor Holy Whore. We will never forget.
It's up there with me with Jesus jugs, by the way.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing better than like religious slander like that. What?
Never forget. Yeah,
Never forget.
Yeah. That's the one.
No, the
That's the one.
no-shows though piss me off. And those are the bad kind of bombshells. So I would rank those under like the outing, the slithering, the sick, like that's
Yeah.
the first no domain, and then the close second behind it is the no-show. If you don't show up, I can't tell you, like, my blood pressure rises.
Oh.
It pisses me. I sat through your shit all
Oh.
season long, and you can't even pull up to the reunion.
Who didn't show?
And there's people missing off this no-show
yeah,
list.
yeah. Somebody
Because I was going through it, and I was like, no, there's got to be more than this. Mia did not
That's
show up
Mia.
to the
I was gonna
Potomac
say somebody
reunion,
didn't show up at Potomac.
and old girl did not show up to the Atlanta reunion.
yeah,
I am not
Brit
going to deal with
eating.
these bitches causing a mess and then not showing up and meeting your maker. And I'll say the same thing to Karen Huger. I don't care if you were going to prison or not.
Yeah.
You should have showed up to the reunion. You should have fell on the sword.
Yeah.
You should have had the conversation, shown the accountability, and
I
then you could have
agree.
gone off to your little treatment program and then off to prison and all the things.
I
No show
agree.
to reunions piss me
We're
off.
seeing it more often, and I think that there should be a contractual clause that says if you don't show up for the reunion, unless it's some kind of like force majeure thing, like some act of God.
I was literally going to say, it's got to be the act of God clause.
It's got to be act
Otherwise-
of God. It's got to be you are so sick, or like the birth of a grandchild or something like that. Outside of anything like that, you should have your entire salary for the season taken away.
Oh,
Not one episode taken away, because it all comes down to the reunion. And
It does.
for us, we need to be able to like wrap it up. And we can't wrap it up if you're not there. It is
It's
so unfair. You
so
either,
unfair.
and I'd say you get two choices, because let me be fair, all right? Let me give you an option. Either you give up your entire salary from the season before, or you can't film next season.
it to me feels like the completion of your contract, right? And
Yeah.
I know those contracts. I know these agreements. I know what a talent agreement looks like. And I know that if you are in these particular positions of reoccurring characters, the lead of a show or whatever, you are contractually obligated to show up or you forfeit XYZ. And some of these women may say, I don't need the money, so I don't care. Take it. Like, and I don't think there should be an out at all.
Oh, I don't either. But
Right? I just think if you are going to ask us to root for you all season long and
come on.
listen to your life story and sit through some of the interview looks that were a swing and a miss, then you're going to show up at the reunion and we're going to have a conversation.
Maybe the third one should be you are forced to wear that hideous confessional look the entire season.
Find your worst confessional look or call Lisa Barlow's makeup artist who did her dirty in that last
Did
confessional.
you hear what she said it was?
Bad work?
No, she said it was like, it was a trend. It's like a K-pop
Oh, yes,
trend.
she said it was a K-pop thing and it was but I don't know if I believe that. I think someone maybe told her about K-pop Demon Hunters and she was like, yes, I'll use that.
No,
I
she
think-
should have had the purple
I
veins
think
then.
it, to me, felt like she had work done and something was happening with some
Oh.
swelling on that side because it felt,
I just thought she was lying.
it was bulging.
I was just like, oh, she's lying.
I was,
And her
cons-
eyes
I was
doing
concerned for her
something.
well-being. Oh, she's looking to the left. I was concerned. But
Oh man. Okay, that was a fun episode, jam-packed episode. Megan, I knew it would be great. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
for having
joining us
me.
here on Morally Corrupt. Corrupt, you fit right in. You
Thank
fit right
you.
in. You'll have to come back again. We'll be doing this for a while, but we hope you guys enjoyed it too. Again, make sure you share our Morally Corrupt episode on YouTube, on our podcast. We're trying to grow here. We've got a lot to do. We've got exciting things to come. And then also make sure you join us on Friday for our recap episode. As Megan pointed out, Potomac is back. I forgot. I've been so caught up in Love is Blind. If you know, you know. I've been so caught up, but we will be recapping. We have 4. We've been complaining like crazy that we haven't had enough housewives. Now we have Potomac, Miami. We get to pick up where we left off with that bombshell. We've got Salt Lake City, and we have OC. So we got a lot going on.
I'm fed.
Yeah, but not full.
I'm not full. There's room on the plate.
Yeah. We're never full.
We're never full.
We're never full here as
Please.
Bravo fans.
Daddy Andy. We'll take
see-
more.
We'll see you guys on Friday. Bye.